Do you think building a house costs like 10 million naira? Let me show you how wrong you are. So you finally decided to build a house in Nigeria. Congratulations and welcome to the most unpredictable spending journey of your life. But don't worry, I've got you. Today, I will walk you through the real estate cost sheet, what it is, what it includes, and why you should never ever build without one, unless you're trying to set your money on fire. But now, what is cost sheet? Cost sheet is simply a detailed breakdown of all the costs involved in your building project, from the first shovel of sand to the final coat of paint. Think of it as the Google Maps of real estate. Without it, you will get lost, you will get stranded, and possibly broke. And it answers the golden question, which is how much will this whole thing really cost me? But let's be honest, building in Nigeria is like a game of Monopoly where the rules change every week. Without a cost sheet, you will under budget, you will overspend, and you might end up with a house that looks like it belongs to a horror movie. But what happens with a proper cost sheet? A proper cost sheet helps you budget correctly, track your spending, know where your money is going, and sleep at night. Now, let's break it down. A real estate cost sheet typically includes land, design and approvals, construction costs, professional fees, and contingencies. Let's dissect them one by one. You did be surprised where your money disappears to. Let's talk about land, the very first line on your cost sheet. Ironically, the biggest punch to the chest. You see, land in Nigeria is like dating in Lagos. It's very expensive, very stressful, and sometimes you don't even know who owns what. Now, let me break it down. When we say land cost, we're not just talking about that price tag of 5 million naira you saw on the agent banner. No, no, no. That is just the beginning. One, the cost of the land itself. Let's say you found a one plot deal for 5 million naira. It sounds like a good bargain, right? But this is what you didn't factor in. That 5 million naira is likely just a paper price, most likely to lure you in. You haven't paid legal fees, you haven't done verification, and you most likely haven't dealt with Omolile. God help you if they show up halfway through construction. So the base price is just base. Two, survey plan. Once you pay for the land, you need survey plan. This is what officially tells the government and the world that this land is here and it belongs to me. Without it, your land is basically in spiritual existence. Hope you know that prices vary depending on the location. Like Lagos, it can cost up to 600k. Then Ogun State or Ibadan can cost like 250k. But please do not skip this step. No survey, no structure. Three, title documentation. Now, let's talk about titles. And I don't mean chief, doctor, or engineer. That's not the title I'm talking about. The kind of title I'm talking about is like deed of assignment. This proves that you legally bought the land. Accession, this proves that the government has released the land to the community. The Gazette, a legal document that says, yes, this land is officially recognized. CFO, that is Certificate of Occupants, the king of titles, issued by the state government. Governance consent, needed when you're buying land that already has a CFO. Each of these comes with paperwork fees, processing charges, and sometimes special motivation fees, for the officials. In all these titles, you might end up spending like 500k to 2 million, depending on the title you're going for legal fees, because Google can't defend you in court. Please, I beg you, get a lawyer. That family land you're buying may be owned by 17 persons with 25 different signatures, and none of them are real. A real estate lawyer can help you verify land ownership, draft a clean agreement, and prevent lawsuits. Typical legal fees is about 5% of the land cost, and it's totally worth it because I didn't know does not hold up in court. 5, Omolile tax. Yes, so Omolile, unofficial landlords, guardian of the cement bags, sometimes enemy of peace. If you're building in many parts of Lagos, Ogun, these guys will come with their wheelbarrow, cement, shovel, and a receipt. What are you paying for? You're paying for roofing fee, foundation fees, security fees, and My dad used to own this land fees. You pay. There is no logic to it. So just budget like 300 to 1 million, depending on the area. Yes, you still need receipts from them. If not, you will pay twice. The truth is, land is not just expensive. It is layered, it is complicated, and it requires smart navigation. If you get the land part wrong, everything collapses like a poorly built fence in rainy season. But when you get it right, your foundation is strong, literally and legally. Two, designs and approvals. You need someone to design your dream. Architectural drawing can cost from 300 to 1 million, depending on the complexity and depending on who you hire. And of course, you can't just start building unless you want the government to come uninvited. You will need to pay for building plan approval, environmental impact assessment, and local government fees. Without this, your building illegal structure goes. Three, construction costs. Now the real damage wallet begins. It has two major things, which are materials and labor. So when it comes to material, you will need cement 5,000 per bag times 800 bags. That is 4 million. Blocks, 5,000 blocks at 300, which is 1.5 million. Iron rod, sand, granite, roofing sheets, tiles, doors, paint, etc. All this can add up to 15 to 30 million, depending on the size of the house. Labor. You pay masons, stylers, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, painters, and maybe boys who just show up carry stuffs. So labor can cost around 5 to 10 million on a standard 4-bedroom duplex. This is where the bulk of your money goes. For professional fees, you can't wing it. Professionals are necessary. You will need architect, structural engineer, quantity surveyor, builder or site manager, sometimes project managers too. Fees range from 5 to 15% of the total project cost. Do not skip this part. Professionals can save you from making costly mistakes. And please, my uncle that knows how to draw does not count on this, please. Five, contingencies, the just in case. Now, let's talk about the silent budget killer, which is unexpected expenses. No matter how perfect your cost sheet is, Nigeria will humble you. Fuel price goes up, spend price jumps. Government decided that your road needs to be realigned. Someone falls sick, rain floods the site, anything can happen. So always add 10 to 15% buffer to your cost sheet. This is your emergency parachute. It goes a long way. Now, let's do a quick example of 4-bedroom duplex in Ogun State. Land and documentation. Estimated cost, let's say 6 million. Design and approval fees, 1.2 million. Construction costs, which is on material and labor, 30 million. Professional fees, 2 million. Contingencies, like 10%, let's say 3 million. Remember, what we did was estimated cost. So total is coming out to 42.2 million. So you see, outside Lagos, that's your ballpark. If you have 10 million naira, you may just finish the foundation. You see, building a house is not just about the dream, it's about planning. And a cost sheet is your financial compass. Don't assume, don't guess, put it in writing. Don't forget to keep reviewing your cost sheet as a project progresses. Prices change and sometimes your taste gets more expensive halfway through. You want marble tiles, add 1 million. You want solar panel, add 50 million. You want Italian imported toilet seats, just adopt a billionaire. Please plan before you pour. And also, please hit the subscribe button, like and share. Bye for now.